Have you ever stopped to truly question the source of your next thought? We live our lives with the pervasive sense that we are the authors of our actions, the conscious pilots of our minds. This feeling of being in control of possessing what we call free will seems fundamental to our identity. It underpins our systems of morality, law, politics, our most intimate feelings of personal accomplishment and guilt. Without it, many religious doctrines which rely on sin and eternal justice simply fall apart. It feels as though everything we care about depends on our ability to view ourselves and others as the conscious source of our thoughts and intentions. It is perhaps the most sensitive subject one can broach for religious people, secular people alike. This popular conception of free will rests on two core assumptions. The first is that each of us was free to think and act differently than we did in the past. You chose to watch this, but you feel you could have done something else. The first major problem for free will is that we live in a world of cause and effect. Every event has a prior cause, and human thoughts and actions are events in the physical world. Your will, whatever it may be, is the product of a long chain of prior causes. Your genes, your upbringing, the environment you find yourself in, the state of your brain chemistry for which you are not responsible. Or it is the product of randomness, for which you are also not responsible. Or it is some combination of the two. In none of these scenarios is there a coherent place for the kind of freedom most people imagine. To say a murderer could have done otherwise is to say he'd be different if he were a different person, or in a different universe. Neuroscience provides damning evidence against the popular notion of free will. Experiments pioneered by Benjamin Libet and later refined with modern technology like fMRI show that the brain initiates action before we are consciously aware of our decision to act. In these studies, researchers can detect activity that predicts a left or right-hand press up to several seconds before the person reports having chosen. You feel you are the source, but your brain has already determined the outcome. You are, in a sense, the last one to know. You can notice this directly. Pay attention to the flow of your own thoughts. What are you going to think next? You do not know. Thoughts simply appear in consciousness. You did not choose to think about reading this, or that you are hungry, or that you should check your phone. These thoughts just arose. To choose a thought before you think it would require you to think it before you think it. You are not authoring your thoughts, you are witnessing them. Let's try a simple experiment. Think of a city, any city. Some cities came to mind: Paris, Tokyo, New York, while countless others you know, like Omaha or Perth, did not. Were you free to choose one that did not occur to you? You might say, I saw a movie set there last week, but you cannot explain why that memory had the effect it did, rather than the opposite. You, the conscious witness, are discovering what your brain has already served up. Of course, philosophers try to salvage free will by redefining it: compatibilism. They say acting on your desires without coercion is freedom worth wanting, but where is the freedom when your desires are products of causes you did not create? A puppet is free only if it loves its strings. Consider a simple thought experiment. You awaken to an unfamiliar sound. A large crocodile is about to seize you. You have a problem. Now swap the crocodile for a man holding an axe. The problem changes, but the sudden emergence of a metaphysical free will in your attacker is not one of those changes. You might spend years hating the man. How much time will you spend hating the crocodile? The crocodile was just being a crocodile. What changes, once we drop the illusion, is our understanding of moral responsibility. We can still protect the public, focusing on risk assessment, deterrence, and rehabilitation, without pretending people authored themselves from nothing. A brain tumor is just a vivid case of biology shaping behavior. Genes, childhood, and environment can be just as decisive. Discovering causes shifts our moral intuitions and erodes pure retribution. We still lock up dangerous people, but vengeance as an end in itself begins to look incoherent. Religious traditions often ground sin and eternal justice in free will, but billions did not choose their parents, culture, or century. To insist they deserve eternal punishment is hard to defend. Seeing causes does not dehumanize us, it connects us and invites compassion.